Hello and good morning from California. It's 8 a.m. California time. We're going to start in a minute. We're letting some more people join. You should be able to use the chat function to ask any questions by text. In a minute, we'll start. I will quickly run through a few slides about Pavo, and we'll take some questions. It would be helpful if you could confirm that you could hear us okay on the audio. If you just put something on chat or raise your hand.
Okay, I think we have at least one person.
I see. Yeah, I see somebody raise their hand, so the audio must be good. Thank you. Just while we wait, just for a few more people to join, just a quick check. If you could raise your hand if you're from North America, United States, or Canada. If you're joining us from the US or Canada today. Oh, there's somebody raised their hand. How about if you're from Western Europe? Raise your hand. Don't see any hands raised from Western Europe. How about if you're from Eastern Europe or Russia? Raise your hand. South America? Thank you. So we're just checking a technical matter here. My name is David Howard, VP of Corporate Strategy for Pavo, and have Atakan Setensoy on as well. Seems like perhaps he's not being broadcast. We're just checking. He's set up as a panelist and he's joined. Just had a question of whether he's online, and he is here.
Can you see me?
Yeah, if I can see Atakan. Yeah, there's Evgeny. Atakan, you could just speak for a minute. If audience, if you can.
Sure.
Raise your hand to confirm you can hear Atakan.
Let me know by raising your hand if you can see my video feed.
Well, looks like somebody's saying yes.
Okay.
You can. Yeah, okay. We've got a hand raised. You can hear.
Thank
Atakan,
you. Thank you.
Yeah. So Atakan's on. We're here. Okay, so I see a couple questions coming in. I think we'll run through a couple slides, a few slides quickly. Let me lower everybody's hand. All right, so I've got the title slide up for the presentation. I can't see all the participants right now, but Atakan, if you could just confirm, folks can raise their hand if they can see it, and you can see it.
Yes, I can see the title slide right now.
Okay. Oh, there we go. I see. Okay, good. Okay, so I'll quickly run through some slides here. So again, my name is David Howard. I'm VP of Corporate Strategy with Pavo. I have also as a panelist in this webinar, Atakan Setensoy. He's our VP of Product. And together we will give you an introduction to Pavo and answer some questions. I have about half a dozen slides I'll take you with quickly to set the stage for the discussion. So Pavo is headquartered in Switzerland. That's the corporate headquarters. We also have an office in San Francisco, in the San Francisco Bay Area. That's where Atakan and I work out of. We provide a IoT blockchain software solution for agriculture. We intend with that platform, and we have some existing deployments which support this. We intend to increase crop yields for farmers of all crops, such that they can see higher revenue. This is really what it boils down to for farmers, is higher yields translates to higher revenue. They get higher revenue out of that. And then we are introducing as well the Pavo Coin, a digital cryptocurrency for the agriculture ecosystem. And we believe that will help farmers in many ways, one of them being they'll be able to see cash sooner from the sale of their crops. And we'll talk a bit more about that. So big picture here, what's happening in the world? So there are some different forecasts coming out of the United Nations that is, let's say as early as 2027, we could be facing a huge caloric deficit. As the number of people on the planet grow, they need to be fed, they want to eat. So that's one way to measure that issue is the amount of calories that we need to produce to feed all the people on the planet. Another estimate is by 2050, we'll need to produce 70% more food than we do today to feed an estimated 9.1 billion people on the planet. So we're seeing rapid population growth. With that population growth, we're seeing increased demand for food and calories, and there needs to be a response to that. We believe at Pavo that our ability to increase crop yields, and particularly our ability to support indoor agriculture, which is widely understood to be a solution to the food production problem, we're going to be helping respond to this growing demand for calories and growing demand for food. So there's some interesting studies around countries that are facing food shortages. China over on the right, for example, booming economy, growing population, has long had a policy of trying to achieve food self-sufficiency, food sustainability. In contrast, if you look over on the left, United States and Canada, there's two examples, typically net food exporters. We're also seeing down in South America, Brazil being a country that is struggling to achieve food sustainability. So this is part of the issue of growing population and the need for more calories and more food production. And it also speaks to areas that we think we can help. We think these are tremendous market opportunities for Pavo to take the solution to market globally and help these countries achieve food sustainability and help farmers increase their yields and increase their top line revenue. So we are an IoT blockchain solution. You can see a couple of the bullets there. We need to increase food production by up to 450 million tons. That translates to an estimated $270 billion of additional revenue for farmers. The farmers obviously expect to be paid for their hard work and their crop production. And we think there's opportunities to address this need for farmers to reduce costs as well. We think by increasing their yields, we'll help farmers get more revenue. By making their operations more efficient, we'll be able to lower their costs as well. So really, this is about using IoT and blockchain and advanced analytics to drive food production, drive revenue for farmers, and enable them to use a new kind of precision agriculture rooted in advanced data analytics, advanced data collection, and IoT and blockchain security of the data itself. So we have the software platform, IoT and blockchain-based software platform, and the Pavo Coin cryptocurrency. And we think those combined are going to redefine how trust works in agriculture. Along with the need to produce more food, there's increasing demands among consumers to have more information about their food. In Europe in particular, organic produce is very popular, and people want to know a lot more about the provenance of their food, all the way from the seed to the field or the indoor farm, through the distribution chain, to the point of purchase where they buy it. And we're seeing similar trends in the US as well. So we really think we can increase transparency about the quality of the food and the provenance of the food that people eat. The cryptocurrency is something that can enable mobile payments, faster payments for farmers so they get paid sooner instead of having to wait. Typically they deliver food and then they deliver their crop and then they have to wait for payments. And we believe that the cryptocurrency will lower transaction fees for farmer as well. That's part of how we address their operational costs. And then, the other part of this is enabling financing and payments through the agriculture ecosystem with the cryptocurrency, enabling real-time management and pushing data about the crop from the field through the supply chain all the way down to the point of purchase, and enabling new financing options for farmers. This is something they always struggle with, is how do they manage their cash flow? How do they finance new investments in their farm? So we believe we're addressing all of these key elements of the ecosystem of the needs of farmers. So I apologize for the density of this slide, but very quickly, what we're talking about here is the ability to collect quality data on the crop in real time, enable the farmer to make decisions about what to do with their crop using advanced analytics, using machine learning, using artificial intelligence, to present options for the farmers and guide them and enable them to make decisions that result in higher yields and higher top line revenue. And the ultimate result of that is optimizing their farm, optimizing their gardens, so that they're able to consistently get high quality crops, high yields, prevent disease and other things that, other afflictions that reduce crop quality and yields, and ultimately deliver more food that serves a growing population. So very quickly, this is a high-level summary of the type of data that we can ingest. So we can, collect air temperature, humidity, soil moisture, pH content, conductivity, CO2 in the environment. And we have more sensors that are coming online as we mature the product. So we collect this environmental data around the indoor farm or around the orchard, where we're placed. We ingest that, we secure it with blockchain so that the data cannot be tampered or corrupted with. Obviously, this is important for a population that wants food security and they want to know if their produce is marketed as organic, they want to know it is indeed organic. So the data supports consumer confidence in what they're eating. We also are developing abilities to manage environmental control systems, particularly in indoor farms, like fan ventilation units to manage ventilation, lighting. There are indoor crops that need to have their lighting very tightly controlled, and irrigation systems. We present the data through a web-based browser interface, and we have a mobile application on its way as well. So it's the browser application and the mobile application is how the farmer interacts with the data that we analyze and present to them. So again, a little bit of a busy slide, but moving from left to right, data collection, data analytics, sophisticated intelligence, and Atakan can speak a little bit to that, sophisticated intelligence and capability that can develop predictions and guidance for the farmer to ultimately make their decision. Automation and quality monitoring. So part of improving operation costs for the farmer is introducing automation to do a lot of tasks that they once relied on manual labor for. That will save them a lot of money. And then of course we want to collect the data and allow improved quality monitoring of the crops themselves so that the consumers ultimately know that they're getting high quality crops delivered to their table. And on this point, we talk a lot about the need for increased caloric demand, but it's important to note that Pavo has applications in industrial crops as well. Think about the clothes you wear, cotton and linen. Those all originate with crops that are farmed. So Pavo has wide application among crops with industrial uses as well, not just food crops. And then over on the right, garden management. We're starting with a real strong focus on indoor farming, and we believe the capabilities we have provide the most advanced and sustainable indoor farms available in agriculture. So very quickly on the team, Alan Young and Erhan Chakmak are co-founders of the company. And then everybody on the team that you see here has on the order of 15, 20, 25 years of experience. If you add all that up, it's on the order of 150 years of cumulative experience in respective industries, such as Internet of Things, in blockchain, in software. Myself, I work for companies like Salesforce and Cisco and Alcatel. Atakan has worked for companies like Apple, and maybe he wants to jump in a little bit more about his background. But we really have a broad group of people, diverse experience in marketing, operations, product development, technology. Really each of those people really has a lot of bench depth. Atakan, do you want to just jump in a little bit on your background?
Yeah, sure. Atakan Chetinsoy here. My background is mainly in software product management and machine learning and artificial intelligence and building data-driven products. So obviously this has an application in the AgTech space as well. We see it as a big opportunity because historically this space has not been very data-driven, and it's highly fragmented, and standards are not completely established, especially on a global scale, where we're facing a lot of challenges, as Dave has summed up during his presentations. So it's very suboptimal in nature, and we are seeing early interest from the farms and the grow operations that we're collaborating with, and their interest in the data that we're able to collect for them, and that we're working on to deliver in terms of the actionable insights that can impact their bottom line, increase their revenues, save costs, has been very encouraging so far. One of the examples of such advanced analytics in this context is with almond farms. And our team has experience in being able to predict frost events in advance to basically avoid major damage to the crops, which could be crippling for the almond farmers. We have used new techniques such as deep learning, recurrent neural nets, to be able to take the advanced notification from 5 hours, which is achievable with more traditional techniques like time series, to up to 12 hours. And this is just the first attempt. Actually, we're right running on that as well. So any minute matters in those type of situations where microclimates and specific conditions in a given farm may change the outcome. And in a data-driven manner, we can help the farmer and deliver this information on a mobile device, which can really make a big difference. So this is just one of many use cases that we're targeting, where we're going to put to good use data and deliver it over a very easy to use, very intuitive product that we have already a working prototype of.
Thanks, Atakan. So with that, I'm going to stop the presentation and I'll get to some questions. Before I do that, I just want to make sure that everybody has the address for our YouTube channel, because you can see a message from Keith Tier, one of our key advisors. And you can also see an interview with one of our Turkish almond farmers. It gives a really good explanation of how he uses data for data-driven farming. So let me get that out on the chat channel. Make sure you have a look at that. So let me go back then to start tackling some of these questions.